Welcome to the Salon Prive 2011 walkabout. It's the first day of Salon Prive at its new location at Salon Park. It's 8 o'clock in the evening. Most of the people have gone home. I've had to stay around to finish off some of the filming because due to the heavy rain earlier in the day, it's put me behind schedule, so I had to do a few shots here and there. Was walking around and thought, oh, why don't I just do a little walk around of all the cars and give people an idea what Salon Prive is like, albeit without people walking around. Here we have the BMWs. That's the blue one's a 6 Series convertible. There's a 6 Series coupe parked around the back somewhere. I never had a chance to have a look at it myself, but that's to be launched soon. A couple of boats around the place. The vehicle on the left is a Morgan three-wheeler, 2 wheels at the front, 1 wheel at the rear. A reverse reliant Robin. Interesting to see how it drives. HRO brought a couple of Ferraris down, blue California and a red 458. My favourite of the current range. Looks great in red, but fantastic in yellow with a black roof. 458 or McLaren? We'll decide that in the next few months when we do a little video feature with those two cars. Spykers brought down by our friend Bob Forstner from the Bob Forstner showroom in Park Lane. Some E-types covered up. That's Henry Pearman, who owns and runs Eagle Cars, who rebuild E-types. They spend sometimes 3,500 man hours just rebuilding them to a modern spoke. Now, this chap, John Hennessy. Hello, John. Now, John's responsible for the Venom. This 1200 brake horsepower monster. The weight is less than 1,000 kilograms. The cost is $950,000 US. It must be an incredible machine to drive. We're going to do a feature on this car and John later on in the year when he's back in town. Teslas. I see these Teslas at every event I go to. They just tend to sneak up on you. And I don't mean because they're electric, but they just seem to be, you know, everywhere. Now, where are we going now? Right, Range Rovers. Range Rover Vogue. Our favourite car at FGA, because that's our camera car. You'll often see me hanging out the back with a camera. Is the Vogue. Victoria Beckham's favourite car, evidently. Yes. Back to the Spykers. Now, I forgot the name of this car. I think it's a Lafayette. I'm not quite sure. But we're going to interview Peter from Spyker Cars himself. And I'm sure he mentions what car it was. We'll be doing a feature on Spykers later on in the year as well. We'll be visiting their factory. Back to the Evoque. Did I mention it's Victoria Beckham's favourite car? Jaguar XKR S. Philip, who was doing the interview and drove that a couple of days ago in Portugal, and he raves about it. He thinks it's one of the best cars he's ever driven and a true sports car. Where are we going now? Did I mention there was free champagne on tap for everybody who came along? Lobster for lunch. Umbrellas came in very handy with the downpour. Maserati. I don't know which Maserati is which. I think this one's a Gran Turismo sport thingy. I don't know. They look nice. I think these cars are brought down by HRO as well. Bentley. This one gets my vote for the most horrible looking car of the show. Yellow wheels, yellow bits, yeah, well, enough of that. A couple more Bentleys. I do like the saloon, actually. A bit too blingy for my taste, this white one, but not the Lamborghinis. Big fan of the Gallardos, but this car I absolutely love. If I ever win lottery, that's going to be a top of my list. We had Bruce from Lamborghini London do a little talk with us about the car. We had a look inside it, had a look at the engine. That was quite interesting. That'll be up in the next couple of days. Beautiful colour, just absolutely. It is a Lamborghini. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic looking car. My personal favourite is in white. Gallardos. I think all of them should have a spoiler at the back. All three Lamborghinis brought down courtesy of Lamborghini London. Rolls-Royce. My father used to have a Rolls-Royce. One day I'll get one. Mercedes SLS. Now, I wasn't a very big fan of this car. I thought it looked very bland and just, well, it's a Mercedes car. But since then, I've seen it in action, been driven on an airfield. I've heard it start up and rev, and I'm really beginning to like it. I haven't had a chance to drive it yet, but it's one of those cars I really would like to see. Everyone raves about it. Clarkson loves it. Yeah, but then what does Clarkson know? He thought the 348 was a fantastic car. Lexus, another car I'm beginning to like. We did a little interview with one of the guys from Lexus about it at Docklands Expo. Interesting car. 340,000 pounds. Aston Martin Signet. Oh, or is it a Toyota? Aston, what were you thinking? Please do not put this on the road. Please. Right, Aston Martin DB7. No, DB9. No, sorry, it's an Aston Martin DBS. No, it's an Aston Martin V8 Vantage. No, it's a Virage. Ah, okay, that's a DB9. DBS. Virage, that's another Virage, definitely. It looks like a Virage, yeah. It's no, it's a V8 Vantage. Am I the only one who can't tell the difference? 911 turbo, 911 with 4 doors, and another 911. Oh no, it's a Cayman. Bugatti Veyron. Wow. This one looked like it had carbon fibre body. Awesome. And there's 2 of them. Doubly awesome. One of those cars you want to drive before you die, just to see what is it about. Now this is very, very special. This is the Group C Porsche collection. Le Mans race cars. This is the first time it's been shown in public. Probably the last time it'll ever be shown in public. The collection was brought together by Henry Perman, who we saw earlier on from Eagle Cars. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. We did a little feature earlier in the day in the heavy rain where Henry and Philip walked around the cars, and Henry talked about each of the cars and gave the stories of what happened and stuff like that. And the guy's a walking encyclopedia. I'll have that video be up in the next few days as well. Just absolutely incredible. I can't really say much about these cars because I don't know anything about them. Apart from this one, which was driven by the first female Le Mans race team. That's why it's pink. And while we're still looking around, I'll just tell you a little bit more about the day. We had a bit of lobster for lunch. There was champagne on tap, although I don't drink, but drinks plenty. Lots of socialising. It was actually a very nice day. Obviously, I was working on the camera most of the day, but I might actually visit the Salon Prive next year. It was quite a nice place. There's actually a bigger area around the back, which I didn't actually film. And there's also another area where the RM auction will be taking place, and there's lots of classic cars there. It's actually a lot bigger than this area. And it's very, very interesting. If you do go, check out all the cars. It's very, very interesting event. We did try and track down Chris Evans. We knew Chris Evans was around. Everyone said he was around. We tried to track him down, but we couldn't find him. One day we will get Chris Evans. The Aston DB9 7 Vantage. Not sure. It's an Aston Martin. It's a white Aston Martin. That's about it. Oh, there's an F50, yellow 50 under the covers there. And that's it, really. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, you could always turn the volume down. Thanks for watching.